There's a lot of Christians that don't play about their religion, and especially like in the black community, like Christianity is a huge deal. So like when Druski came out with this skit, everybody was like, they've had some mixed emotions.
I'm gonna have Wanda stand up here. Wanda, please. Wanda told us earlier this month that she could not have a baby anymore.
The way I see it, for me, it's a very intimate subject because my family business was the church. So on my mom's side, my grandfather was actually a pastor. And on my dad's side, my grandfather actually helped build what's called the Mother House of, the United House of Prayer for All People. And it's this giant building in like one of the most low income, one of the most crime riddled areas in North Carolina off this street called Beatties Ford Road. The reason why I'm talking about that is because when I see Druski making fun of the black church, I'm like, duh. Now it's easy for me to like not care because I feel sorry for both my parents. They were both preachers' kids. And everybody know the reputation about preachers' kids is, they party a lot, which my parents, they did party a lot. And then you got, of course, other preachers in the family. Like I have uncles and aunts who are like deacons, bishops. Yeah, we even have a few female pastors, which that created a lot of friction. And still there's a lot of friction because, black people, we had this thing where, women should not be pastors. Well, I wouldn't say that's a black thing. Now that I think about it. It's just really weird. It's like taboo to have a female pastor. Well, anyhow, I'm sitting here being hypocritical. Let's just be real. My grandma, she was a pastor too. She actually had a few churches, but that's a whole other subject. I just remember when I was a kid, I used to be sitting in a pew and I used to watch the preachers, put on a show. And, they would always have something ridiculous that they would announce.
So I impregnated her with the word of God.
And everybody who heard whatever it is that this preacher said he was going to do for somebody in the audience, they'd just eat it up. They just lap it up.
I'm going to impregnate everyone with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God.
And I used to just sit there like, this whole thing is like stupid. But I just feel like people need something to believe in. Like now that I'm older, I don't trip about it. Like I used to be like really big into helping people see that whatever it is that they're believing in doesn't make sense. But I start to realize that I'm kind of being hypocritical because what I believe in, most people don't think makes sense. I just think that it's funny that Druski just came out and was just making fun of like mega churches, especially because they are ridiculous. They are a clown show. But what I'm learning how to do too is respect other people's beliefs because they might not see it as a joke. This might be really saving people's lives. So to each his own. For me, I mean, like I said, my grandparents, they were preachers. They were all big wigs in the church. My parents, I guess when you get churched all the time growing up, you're not really interested in it when you become an adult, when you get on your own. And as for me, I'm like, there was a lot of things that were happening in the church that did not line up with the Bible at all. So I was like, if we have a handbook that we go by, we should probably go by that book and not by something that's made up.
Impregnate! Impregnate!